Many of you know that I have had a belly bar. I have a belly bar. I've had it for quite a long time now. So I thought I would share with you my story. I know most of you out there want a belly bar or have a belly bar or is interested in how it all works. So I thought I'd share with you when I got mine done and everything to look out for and what to do if you want to get yours done. My belly bar, 1, did not hurt, and 2, never has hurt. 3, I have never caught it on anything, and 4, no, I have not caught it so it makes or rips out of me, no, and 5, I have never had any infections or any problems with it whatsoever. There are some good news in this story. I have wanted a belly bar piercing since I was a little girl. I wanted it before any of my friends had it, so I went to go get it done. The place that I went to, I did get to pick what bar I wanted in my stomach. I picked a blue, I think. It's like a turquoisey blue. Then you have to wait an hour for it to be sanitised. Make sure you are waiting an hour for it to be sanitised. If they turn around and go, yeah, let's get it done now, I'd be a bit like, the bar clean. Every time I've had a piercing done that hasn't been done with a gun, because with the gun ones they just have like a packaging that has a clip in it that's never been used, that's already clean, just clip straight on, whereas with like the belly, the bar would have been sat in the shop or something for a while and it needs to be sanitised. So I then went into a place called Blue Banana where they did it. It cost me about £25 I think. She told me before I went away for the hour that I have to make sure I have eaten something, drank plenty of water and have sugar in my system. Now this is where I failed the test because I only ate about half a packet of, I think it was minstrels, and a bottle of water, hardly had anything to eat. That is the first mistake, because I thought if I didn't eat a lot then there's less chance of me being sick. I would have much rather be sick. After I got my piercing done, I got to, I think it was Primark. I got round the corner and I ended up sitting on the floor for a very long time. I was laying on the floor because I thought I was going to faint. I got very dizzy and very worried. So please eat and drink before you get yours done. So I went into this little room and I had to lay down, obviously just lay down flat. And I have told this story before, I think, in my piercing stories. Oh, by the way, I did a Primark haul not long ago, and this is the necklace that I got from it. Here's also my leggings from it. My leggings. Yeah, so I went into a room and it was just me and the girl that was going to pierce my belly. She then, I'm taking this as a compliment by the way, she told me that my stomach is too tight and it would hurt more if my stomach is tight. Yes, stomach muscles. So she told me to wiggle. So I'm now laying on this bed like, trying to wiggle, loosen up my stomach muscles, especially because she said it's going to hurt more. So I'm now like, oh god, get my muscles looser. She's also told me I couldn't sit like this. For some reason I came in and was like, she told me no, you can't sit like that, arms will be by your side. So arms by your side, wiggling like a little worm. Whilst I finished wiggling everything, they also draw a mark on the bottom part of your belly button, top part of the belly button, and you look in the mirror to see if it's even. If you're happy with it, they put a clamp on that bit of skin to pull it up. Now, not only is that clamp usually always cold, but I have heard from many people, including myself, that that pinch of the clamp doesn't hurt that badly. You know, it's just the same as if you put a hair clip like on your arm, that kind of feeling. But that pinch is more painful than the piercing. So just bear that in mind. If you are okay handling a pinch from a clamp, not an actual like proper clamp as well, so it's a proper clamp for your belly button. But if you're okay handling that clamp, then don't be worried what's to come after. Obviously you will be, but you shouldn't be because that is more painful. But she then counts me down. Now this is something I've done with almost every single one of my piercings. I always get people to count me down. I always get them to count me down because, one, I like being prepared for something. If somebody just suddenly shoves a needle from my stomach, the first thing I'm going to do is go and that's the worst thing you can do. If any of you have ever done any stretching before, like any stretching of your body before, you will know that stretching hurts a lot less if you do some deep breathing, and when you push out, you need to stretch more because it hurts less when you're breathing out. Same with piercings, same with most things, but she just told me how to breathe. She told me to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and then she went breathe in, and I breathed in, yeah, and she went, now I'm going to do it, long breathe out, and I was going, she has pushed from my top of my belly through, downwards, just pushed the needle straight through, it's gone straight down. Any way I can describe the feeling to you is it was a pop. That was it. Didn't really hurt, didn't really have any, didn't feel like there was like any skin or anything, any flesh it was travelling through. Didn't feel like there was a pierced, actual like a prick of the needle at the beginning. All you could feel was something popped, and then that was it. So I was like, oh my god, is it done? And she was like, yes. Be warned, that's the piercing bit. That bit I find didn't hurt. The next bit, she gave me a choice of whether I wanted to look at it or not. Now there was a needle that pierced it, had like a bit of like plastic thread coming off of it. So what she had to do from there is pull that needle through and the plastic thread through, rather than the needle sitting there poking me when I lean up, left the plastic through. So it was almost like a long bit of thread going through my stomach. So the moment I've looked up, that's what I can see. That's made my stomach like, oh, it's made me cringe, it's a bit gross. This is the only bit that did hurt, but hurt as the same way as if you scratched underneath your belly button a little bit too hard. She then had to pull the plastic out and pushed a bit of metal in. She had a little bit of trouble putting the belly bar into that hole, which I can imagine you would. That was the only bit that was like slightly painful, but just a little pinch again. And then after that, that was it. You put a pad over it, and I don't know how long you meant to keep that pad over the belly bar, but I took it off the moment I got home because I wanted to see it. You had to clean your belly with boiling water and sea salt. Make sure it's sea salt. I tried rock salt and I tried table salt, and it does not clean the same as sea salt. Make sure it's sea salt. It does get gunky. It will try and push out all the gunk and all the like the scabness that it's making as it's healing itself. Doesn't mean it's infected. If it is infected, it could hurt, it could get gunky, it could smell, things like that, swell up. But remember, all of that will happen the moment you get it pierced, and it will be gunky and stuff for a while whilst it's healing itself. So just as long as you keep cleaning it, you don't have to worry. I did forget it was there a couple of times, and no, I haven't caught it any bad times or anything, but obviously lifting up your shirt and things like that, you've got to get used to it there. So when it's fresh and if it is scabby and you've only just had it done, you pulling up your top really quickly and just flicking it a little bit, yes, it is going to be a little bit painful, but that's just something that you'll have to learn. Rather than putting your top up, you'll have to kind of pull it around for a little bit, but that's not really something you need to be worried about. But other than that, they're fine. They are absolutely fine. My friend has had a top belly button done and the bottom of her belly button done, and she hasn't had any problems with them whatsoever either, except you will lose a lot of the balls. You'll try and open them and then you'll drop it and then you'll lose it. You'll go for a lot of belly bars. But then again, I now buy my belly bars for 99p from eBay, and they've never done me any hassle. And also, if anything, they come in handy because my industrial bar, this one here, always loses its balls, and it's the same size as my belly bar balls. So 2 birds, 1 stone. If you have any if I've missed anything out here and you think I should include, please let me know in the comments below, or if you've got any other suggestions for videos or anything like that. You can catch me on like Facebook or Twitter or any of that shebang. Just type in Dandy. My Twitter is DandiBuu. 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 Yeah, and give this one a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe if you want to see this face every single day. And I'll see you real soon. Bye! Got this. And it shows you all the stars. I have a star above me, right? I have Mercury above me. Oh, the sun's there. Venus, Neptune, Mars.